I'm not gonna lie. There are days where the spiritual path and like road to awakening or enlightenment, all those words, they're just not accurate. Because sometimes I think it should be called, like, I don't know, Pan's Labyrinth to insanity, frustration, just endless loops to, madness. But it is endless loops. So when you're where I'm at and you feel like there's nothing spiritual and you've made it all up in your head and maybe you are crazy and there's nothing outside of you that can hear you and feeling rather empty inside yourself as well, just try to remember. And it took me a decade to do this. I had to paint it on my walls at one time, but it's a cycle. And if you're a spiritual seeker, you're in a cycle and you get to the top and that's your moments of like clarity, all those downloads and heightened awareness and connection. But then you got to go down and you fall to the very bottom. And at the very bottom is the opposite of everything you just loved. It's distance from spirit, and it's tragic and it's painful. And you'll usually forget why you're here. And the reason you're here is for your next breakthrough. You can't go farther into the light unless you push first farther into the darkness. You have to make way for the light. Imagine a room with walls that move on each side. You have to push as harder and farther into the darkness on the left. And when you move that wall to the left, it will push open the wall to the right, the equal amount. So just push into that darkness and know it's temporary. It's not real. It's just part of this thing we're doing, and it will pass. And then it's necessary. And when it gets to a point where you think you're going to break, then you're about to have a breakthrough. So you can cry and celebrate it all at the same time. Because even when you know what it is, you still have to go. You can't just go into the room. You have to actually push farther into the darkness. And it hurts. And I would tell anybody, this path, this goal of attainment, and it is not for everybody. And at the end, it's likely that you will choose whether it was worth it. So if you're still on it and you're feeling like this, then I love you. And when I get up to the top, and you're down here, I'll make sure to make a video and remind you